5 weeks from now, and Sukkot. These are the 3 times a year. Every Jewish holiday has its identity. And if you understand the identity, you understand the energy of that time of the year, you understand, what are we working on now? It's Pesach. What are we working on? What are we trying to internalize? What are we building? Who are we becoming? What's the job of a Jew going through Pesach? What's going to be our job as Jews going through Shavuot in 5 weeks from now? If we understand the holiday, if we understand the work, we can grow tremendously. Each of these Yom Tovim, each of these holidays has an identity. Pesach, when we were born. Shavuot, we're given the Torah. Sukkot, traveling through the desert, we're embracing the hand of Hashem, surrounded by clouds. Ultimate end of the journey, we're going to Israel. End of the journey. So those are the 3 pieces. Pesach, we're born. Shavuot, the work is done. The ingathering of the exiles, we're back. We're all in here together. Shavuot, when we got the Torah, is the time of the cutting of the grain. Which, if you look at it, doesn't really seem to make any sense. Like, I understand, Pesach, we're born, the grain begins to sprout. Sukkot, the journey's over, gathering all the grain, we're done. But what does Shavuot have to do with the cutting of the grain? And each holiday has its own mitzvot, its own commandments, right? We have Pesach, we have the matzah, it's the bread we ate when we were being born. It's timeless bread, right? Can't rise, it's timeless, it's the beginning. And then we get to the end, we have sukkahs, we sit in a sukkah like we did then. And a sukkah is the end. We don't need our house. We're just living with Hashem. We don't need any protection. We're surrounded by the clouds. It's the time of the next world. It's the time, it's like the time of Mashiach. That's the sukkah, the end of time. Makes sense. The Shavuot, Bikurim. Bikurim, what's Bikurim? Bikurim is you take the first fruits, you bring them up to Jerusalem, you bring them to Hashem's house, you give them to the Kohen. Shavuot is a little harder to understand, but if we can understand Shavuot, then we know what our job is. Then we know what we're working on. So let's try to understand Shavuot. The giving of the Torah, the cutting of the grain, the mitzvah of the first fruits being brought to Hashem's house. We, as a nation, we as a people, every day, we have this paradox that we live with. On the one hand, we understand that Hashem runs the world, and Hashem is in charge. And He's got a plan, and everything's under control. And He's running everything, and He's all powerful, He's all mighty, He's all knowing. On the other hand, we understand that it's on us. We have a job, we have free will, we have to work, we have to make it happen, and if we don't, we fail. And how do you balance these two? How do you understand that on the one hand, it's all Him, He's got everything, and we can never understand the plan, we can never, and He's all powerful, He's in charge. On the other hand, it's all on you, it's all on me. I have to make the right decisions, and I'm completely responsible for what I do. How do you balance these two things? All Him, all me. So we usually, as people, we go back and forth, like a pinball machine. One day, it's all you, I can't do anything. The next day, look what I did, look what I built. And then it burns down. Oh, I need your help. And then, oh, look what I did. Back and forth. That's our lives. How do you balance this? When you're growing grain, from the sprouting to the cutting, it's all Him. If it rains, it'll grow. If it doesn't rain, you're done. If the sun shines, it'll grow. If there's a frost, you're done. You can't do anything. It's very clear that your livelihood, your life is in the hands of Hashem. When you go to your storage house and you pull out grain, you need to thresh it, you need to grind it, you need to mix it, you need to bake it. It's all you. And you can easily say, look what I did, look what I built, it's all me. So when do you need to remind yourself of the first half? When you start going into the second half, at the cutting of the grain. When you stand there and you go from the domain of it's all Him to the domain of now it's on me. That's when you need to remind yourself, it's Hashem. I'm going to start the work here. And it's on me. And if I don't make the bread, we're going to starve. But it's all Hashem. So at the cutting of the grain, we take the bikurim. We take these bikurim and we bring them up to Hashem's house. The first fruits, you waited the whole time till they grew. You take the choices, and you bring them up, and you give them to Hashem, you give them to the Kohanim. And you remind yourself, it's going to be all Him. Even though it looks like it's all me, it's all Him. And And that's the giving of the Torah. Because the first 26 generations, the Torah was Hashem. It's all Him. And the world was running for what purpose? Because one day we would sit here in this room and we're going to study the Torah. And on that promise, the world was created and ran for 26 generations. The numerical value of Hashem's name, 26. But then Hashem says, okay, Har Sinai, it's on you now. Don't forget that it's my Torah. You can study it all day, you won't scratch the surface because it's Hashem. But that doesn't release you from the obligation. It doesn't mean you don't have to study the Torah. And you're going to have to bring morality into the world. You're going to have to decide right and wrong. You're going to have to decide decisions. You need to understand the Torah. But how can I understand the Torah if it's Hashem? If the Torah is Hashem's word, I can't understand it, but you can. And that paradox we live with every day. So Shavuos, when Hashem gives us the Torah, and it's on us, but it's all Him. And we stand there at Shavuos and we cut the grain, and now it's on us, but it's all Him. That's the time, that's the work of Shavuos. And if we understand that properly, that every day of our lives, it's all us, and it's all Hashem, that makes a tremendous comfort in our daily lives, understanding that Hashem is there and it's all Him. And tremendous obligation on us, because it's all us. And that vision, if we work on that over Shavuos, that will change our entire lives. Have an amazing day.